In the first episode from Peru, you will find out about Inca's engineering, such as Inca's first greenhouse. The greenhouse that had a constant temperature of 30 to 32 degrees at the very bottom of it. It was an incredible agricultural design that surpassed their time.
Lipstick. Resistant 24 hours for 100 kisses, kiss proof. Dura las 24 horas. A prueba de besos, nacen colores.
You will find out about natural ingredients that goes into the wool to make such a colorful pieces of art. Simplicity and invention that made this possible.
It's a root. Sirve como el detergente.
First, you will hear the explanation of how they cleaned the wool, and then you will find out what natural ingredients they've used to dye the wool of the llamas and to make such a beautiful artistic clothing.
Flores andinas, Indian flowers. Semillas andinas, Indian seeds. Hojas andinas, Indian leaves. We have the sun parasites. We call as cochinelle. Salamanders rock approximately between 20 to 25 natural colors.
Inside, we're going to explain about the textile. For wash the dirty wool of the sheep alpaca wool, we use this root, what is called sarta. We bring 3-4 hours of the mountain. It's a natural detergent or Inca shampoo. Es un shampoo Inca, un detergente natural, ¿ya? It's a natural soap. I have in this a dirty wool of the sheep because never take a shower. It's very dirty, ¿ya? Puede ver. Look at the difference, the before and after, ¿ya? The smell is not like a detergent, not like a shampoo. The name is pushka, ¿ya? It's no problem for the many activities, for the dancing, singing, cooking, when carrying the babies and kisses the husband. I not problem, ¿ya? I have a different plants for dyeing process, ¿ya? For example, I have in this a hoyi flower. Look at that flower is a sunblock. Esta I have in this a hankash flower. Often different tones in sky and blue. I have in this a takasuka. It is a pure rock. The musta rock. Often orange color. So it's a medicinal plant. It's good for rheumatism. Bueno para el reumatismo. Se obtiene colores azules. Often blue colors. The tara is a bean. Like this. It is good for sore throat. Bueno, the purple core. That is often a delicious drink. Chicha morada. There's some of them different tones and purple colors. Las hojas de Inca. I have in this Inca leaves. It's very similar a coca leaves. Similares a las hojas de coca para obtener colores verdes. Often different tones and green colors. It's a muña tea. It's a Andean mint. Good for altitude. Bueno para la altura, mis amigos. I have in this a lemon juice for change the color. Yeah? Look at 3 different colors, 3 diferentes colores. Yeah? In this coat, like this is for the painting. Lipstick. Resistant 24 hours for 100 kisses, kiss proof. I have in this a water, I put a cochinilla powder, le vamos a agregar el polvo de la cochinilla. Para otro color, sal de maras. For other color, salt. For change and fetch the color. It is Inca magic, yeah? I'm boiling for fetch the color. 1 hour, 30 minutes, 1 hora, media hora. I have in this a table render. 100% handmade. I have in this a different design. For example, I have in this a llamas. Pueden ver. Like this design is a Cuscan hakaku, the condor beak. For make this table render, I just like this bone. It is a llama bones. The name in Quechua Ruki, su nombre en Quechua Ruki, for very tight the table render blanket. This table render, alpaca tapamay, we wore approximately in 33-34 days, 6 hours every day. 4 in 3 different materials. For example, in this sheep, so can you pass it por favor? It is alpaca adult, and other is baby alpaca wool.
Especially the different kinds of wool, for example from the young alpaca, makes the material very soft when you touch it. It's amazing that nowadays, although everything is so artificial, they still use and cherish the nature. And second best day trip from Cusco is Moray. It's nothing else but just a greenhouse. But to say the truth, it's an incredible structure, as there is a constant temperature at the bottom of 30 to 32 degrees, which allows coca leaves to be planted on this altitude of over 3,000 meters. It's perfect engineering. There is 7 terraces going from the bottom, then you've got another 7 terraces over there, and there are also 7 terraces up the top. This all goes down to 21, because 21st of June the Inca's calendar starts, the agricultural calendar starts. For those terraces, they've used a hydration system. So right there at the top of the mountain, there was a lot of water. The water was going down, terrace by terrace, irrigating every single terrace one by one, down to the bottom. Because how it was actually built, the water filtered up to the bottom part and then went to the other terrace. This is just an amazing place. So this is one of the terraces, and the difference between the top and the bottom is 80 meters. And also at the very bottom of the terrace there was kind of like 32, 33 degrees. So it was actually a natural greenhouse. You can clearly see also floating steps. And those steps were used by Incas to move terrace by terrace. As if you stand in one place, you started to sink. The height of those steps is definitely 2 meters or something like that. So to move over to the next terrace, the steps were just necessary. The winds from the Cordillera Andes mountain were going over the other side and down, so the cold air was staying up there, not going to the very bottom of it. That's why the temperature at the bottom was 30-32 degrees. And this is a unique place, as Inca were able to crop, for example, coca, where usually coca is in the forest. But this place, because of the temperature down at the very bottom, they were able to move those plants to the high altitude. We are at 3,600, and this one behind me, it's the smallest one that I've seen so far here, and also kind of separated from others as well. They've tried to use every bit of space that have that unique values and unique temperature. Also, they were the ones to use and to detoxicate potato for the first time. And they've made 1,000 different species of potatoes.
Jest to mięta Inków, którą wykorzystywali do tworzenia naparów, głównie herbat, a także do odstraszania insektów ze względu na intensywny zapach mentolowy, a także do mumifikacji, podczas mumifikacji ciał.
The last place that we're going to visit will be the salt shops and also Salineras, the salt terraces, where the salt was actually produced.
The evaporation process for the evaporate the salt water to the port. One like a snow like this will be the moment for the harvest join the salt. And using this technique, miren aquí, look at here, similar like a rake without mouth, dividing in 2 layers, 2 levels. The first and the second one. La parte alta on the top y la base, the base on the bottom. Less sodium, more salt. We have the problem hypertension, we are diabetic, flour salt. Menos sodium, less.
We've had many choices of chocolate with salt, but also quinoa, and quite a lot of salty stuff that you can choose from. Gotta say that everything was tasty and very good as well.
The Indian fruits. Friends, if you want to try the salt, aquí mis amigos, here guys. Momento del snack. Now is the snack time. Aquí.
And definitely it was made this way, so you can convince yourself to buy some stuff. and it wasn't hard for us to do so, as we bought it as the gifts for our family back in Poland. Different choice of salts for the food, but also for bathing. And definitely you will find something for yourself. This is Salineras de Maras, salt mines of Maras. It's at the elevation of 3,200 meters above the sea level. There is approximately 4,500 salt wells. Because we are just after the rainy season, it's got like a sandy color. But during the extraction of the salt, everything is white in this area. The history of this place reaches 900 BC, and it was also extracted during Inca's time. At the end of that interesting day, we decided to go to the local restaurant in Cusco, and also we've tried local food. On my plate, I've had few different types of potatoes. Definitely worth to try them, as it will be way different than what we've got in Europe.